Hey there, Smo Master G coming at you with a barbecue Christmas list for 2021. So this is going to go into two parts. The first is a couple of basics, just two that I do own, and the rest is my actual Christmas list. So stuff that I am hoping to get. In the description of this video, I'm going to have some links, and those are going to be mostly affiliate links. So if they're for Walmart or Amazon, they are. If you click on those links, they may give me a percentage. I've never ever gotten any money from my affiliate ties to Amazon or Walmart because you have to get at least $10 to get them to send you any money. So I'm basically the worst Amazon and Walmart affiliate ever. But maybe this video can change that. There are a couple things that are not from them, but if they ever become something that those two sell in the future, I may add links, but you'll see that as we go. All right, here, and a couple of essentials first. So yes, a barbecue thermometer probe. And I actually own this model. This is the one that I started with. It's the ThermoPro TP16 large LCD digital cooking food meat smoker. They love to throw in a whole bunch of words so that when you're searching, it'll come up. It's $16.14 currently on Amazon.com. Like I said, I do hope you'll use my link if you want to buy it. But yeah, it worked great for me. It's very simple, very cheap. If you're just getting into barbecue, this is an essential because as we know, we're always cooking to temp, not to time. That's the saying. Eventually, if you get really good, you can feel the tenderness, And one thing is you have that probe in there, right? You can actually, using the next item when you have these barbecue gloves, you can actually pull it out and probe tenderness with the steel probe, which will give you a sense of the feel. So multiple uses that way. I usually use my thermopen to do that. But if you're just starting out, having this ThermPro and doing that, I think could be just as good. It's an essential. You really need to know the internal temperature of your meat to do barbecue correctly. All right, and now we've got the gloves. I actually have these gloves, these specific ones. Some people like to use disposable gloves with disposable cotton liners, which I think is fine, but I like the extra protection that these gloves afford up my arm. And they're reusable, so I think probably for price comparison, that having one pair that you use a lot for at least a couple years, it's going to be a better value. Yeah, I've picked up, a burning piece of wood with these things. I was fine. I can handle the meat really well. So I liked this pair. RAPICCA, I guess is the name of this place. But yeah, 27.99 on Amazon right now. It was worth the money to me when I got them. And this is an essential because you have to handle the meat, especially the big pieces, It can be like a two-hand sort of deal getting that out of the smoker. You really need something. Now, these are what I recommend and what I use. All right, and now my Christmas list. I'm going from cheapest to most expensive, and these are stainless steel water pans. Why would I want these? Because I want water in my cooker, and that's going to add, moisture to the chamber. You see, smoke needs water or moisture to stick to the surface of your meat, but having a water pan definitely helps. I chose these two specifically because one, they're 304 stainless steel, and two, they're small enough, and the price for two, so I can put them at different places in the chamber, you know, and sort of maneuver them around. And if you look at this, the pricing there, it's 12.99 for one, and $16.99 for two, which to me says, yeah, that's a much better value. So those are the ones that I have on my list and I'm hopefully going to get. All right, steel bucket for ashes. And this is the first one that's not from Amazon or Walmart. It is currently 24.97 at Home Depot. Now, I specifically asked for the 10-gallon for one very important reason. I believe that with the diameter of this, that I can use it to snuff out the firebox for my pit barrel cooker, right? So I've been stuffing rags into the holes to snuff it out, and I just don't like doing that. So I wanted, and I think either I'll be able to lift it out and fit the whole thing into this. It may not work that way. I think I saw another person comment that they take off the lid and put it in upside down over it, and then the rim will be on the bottom of the pit barrel cooker, and it will snuff it out that way. Either way, it will work. I'm looking forward to making it work. And you also need something to help you clean up ashes anyway. You need, uh, you know, and and even if you don't have a pit barrel cooker, something with a lid, you can keep, charcoal, and wood coals that you're using for the next cook, right? Something with a lid. If you have some sort of little shovel, you can get them in there. You can snuff them out, use them next time, right? So I think that this is a great thing for barbecue, and I look forward to using it myself in the very near future. All right, and a grill mat, right? So grease. So this is an absorbent oil pad too. You're going to get grease places. You're going to have ashes fall, and they're going to do something to the surface beneath. So I think that this is a good thing. This one's 3 foot by 5 foot, so fairly large. I don't think quite as large as the offset that I'm now using, but I think it's going to get under enough of it to be worthwhile. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this as well. All right, the person who really got me thinking about leather aprons was Jeremy Yoder. I watched his videos. He's always wearing one. He is affiliated with some people in the Amish lands of Pennsylvania who make them. The ones that they make are ridiculously expensive. And I say ridiculously. I mean, if you wanted one from them, and have a few $100s to spend, it's great, right? That's great. But this is something that I found for a lot cheaper. Leather workshop apron, 37.99. Can keep your temperature probe if you have one in these pockets. You can use this for many different things besides barbecue, workshop, welding, which you might be welding on your barbecue pit. But yeah, what I really like is this back strap. A smoking session can take quite a long time, hours and hours, and you want something that's going to be comfortable. So I'm hoping that the back strap is comfortable. You see, some of these, they just have the neck strap, doesn't go all the way back beyond the back, and it's kind of all the weight is right there on your neck. So I really like this with the cross on the back, where it crosses and hopefully more evenly distributes the weight. Tinkering around with my barbecue pits, I've gotten grease on my clothes that has made it so that I have to, retire those clothings to wear at home only, right? That's another thing, I want this to try to protect my clothing as well as protect me from, hot grease, whatever else. So, leather apron, there we go. All right. So, these, some more stainless steel that I want to get, right? These Will Done baking sheet with rack set. Yeah. So, this is three. If you've watched some of my cooking videos, and I'm they're not perhaps the most popular thing that I do. You'll know that I dry brine a lot. I like it better than wet brining. I like to do my salt separately from the rest of my rub. But really, you can do dry brining with the whole rub, just like a day before. Rub down your meat, put it in your refrigerator for that 24 hours, and then go. And it's going to actually suck in moisture. Yeah, dry brining a whole lot easier than wet brining, and with results that are just as good. So, look up dry brining if you want to know more about it. But one of the things is that you want the air to be able to get around the bottom of the meat, or this, you want air all the way around, which is why those wire racks are so great. Consequently, if you were going to put this in a smoker, right, yeah, the smoke would be able to get all the way around. So if you were trying to catch drippings somehow, or you just wanted an easy cleanup, you didn't want the drippings all over the bottom of your smoker, maybe this would be a really great thing for you to use. So I'm going to be trying it for those purposes. I like that it's stainless steel, so I've definitely been looking for that. Hopefully, it's going to clean rather easily. If you look at some of the negative comments on this set, a lot of it has to do with the pan warping. Sticking it in your refrigerator and using it in your smoker, where the temperatures generally don't go much above 300, I think there's a good chance that all those concerns are something that I won't have to worry about. But if you are using it in your oven at higher temperatures, there are some people who are unhappy with the warping that happens there. Just wanted to throw that out there. All right, scissor action chainsaw. So I saw this on Smoke Trails Barbecue YouTube channel. So, but I like it. And I have discovered that I really have not done well with chop saws to chop down my wood. Chop saws are made for timber that is, made into wood boards, which is usually softwood. A lot of these boards are made out of pine. And I actually destroyed my brother-in-law's chop saw using it on hardwoods that, aren't uniform in density. Uh, a chainsaw appears to be the actual thing that you should use to cut wood down to length, right? So you have to split wood, and you also have to get it to the right length so that, you can use it in barbecue. Whether it's just wood chunks in, your bullet or drum smoker, or whether it's, actual sticks in an offset, right? You need it to be the right length to have the right size wood, because it really affects how effective the wood is at keeping the temperature that you want. You need the right size and amount of wood. So having this, I think that the safety on it, having your hands way back, I like that it's electric. I don't like these batteries. The batteries, they're going to give out. Having a cord, that's what I like. Of course, you don't want to cut the cord, so be careful with that. Yeah. All right, and now, so this Power Smart 6-ton electric log splitter from Walmart. I looked at a whole lot of log splitters. I looked at manual ones. They have those circlet kind of ones with the wedge that you hit with a sledgehammer, and those look good, right? But you never know if you're going to have a log that is wider than that. So I thought, maybe not that. There's another manual kind that looks like, it has two levers on it. I thought that that could be a really great thing. The thing about it, though, is that all the ones that I've seen of that style, the ram does not go very far. What I mean to say is that if you're trying to cut a log that is, 12 inches, or if you've already cut to length of what you want, your splits to be, it's not going the ram doesn't go far enough to actually reach it. So I cut all these logs to like 12 inches, right? I put them on that. The ram's not even going to get there. Now, these electric splitters, like this PowerSmart PS9006 6-ton electric log splitter, ram goes all the way up to that wedge there. So I know that I can cut, you know, any length of wood that I want up to, however much fits there. And as I said, smaller is important to me. This is what I'm hoping to get for splitting logs. It's going to make it a lot easier, I think, than what I'm currently doing. The other thing is it helps to have wood that is dried out, which I mean seasoned before you split it. Trying to split wet wood is sometimes not the best thing, just because that water makes it denser, pulpier. Uh, you know, that's another criticism of ones that are like these, that they're not splitting. But yeah, just make sure you season your wood first. And this is the thing that I'm really excited about. This one also, is not from Amazon or Walmart.com. I know that they sell a lot of things on Amazon, so I may eventually have a link there for that. And please do look. Right now it's 509 from Anova Culinary. It was originally 599, so they came down on the price. I'm not entirely sure how long that's going to stay, but yeah, I've always been interested in sous vide, and I've never gotten one, right? And I was looking into it for this holiday season when I came across this machine. This machine is a steam oven, and it will sous vide without the bags, right? And it does a whole lot more than sous vide. So, it'll keep a constant temperature. So it has a convection bake, it has a steam setting. One thing is, you're always trying to hold these low and slow meats that you smoke, right? So the one disappointing thing about this is that I don't think that it's going to hold a whole size packer brisket. That's the one thing. Fortunately for me, I frequently cooking things a lot smaller than that. Pork butts, sections of brisket. And, I think that I will be able to hold meat at the temperature that I want for as long as I want. The one thing is, I guess you'd want to make sure that you keep the steam or keep the water in there. And I'm not entirely sure how much water it uses. Um, I think the convection bake might be what I'd actually use to do the holding. The sous vide, really looking forward to giving that a try. Dehydration, I think that that's part of making jerky, so who knows whether I'd use it for that. Baking bread with steam is something that I came across in China when I was there. They actually have these stacks where they do bread in it. So I'm looking forward to that. It's very healthy that way, using steam to cook as opposed to other methods. So there's a lot of great things. You can see all the things down there you can do with this. So I'm really excited about this precision oven. And like I said, maybe at some point Amazon or Walmart will start selling it, and I'll have a link for that down there too. But right now, 509. So it's the most expensive thing that I have on this list, but something that I'm super excited about too. All right, yeah. Merry Christmas. And go out there and get your smoke on, y'all.